just going to come up. We were listening to Bella started singing the song and I was like, oh my god, that sounds... Anyway, it was Sax by Flurries and I haven't listened to that so long. Anyway, we're in the Philippines and I wasn't gonna vlog like this like thing because we're only here for basically 1 day, 2 nights. Like we got here last night and we're leaving tomorrow morning and there's literally like barely anything to do here. So we landed, right? Fine. And then we were like, right, we need to get cash and then we need to get an Uber or Grab or whatever to... I didn't think they were going to use Uber, but I thought maybe Grab. The cash ATM was like a whole thing. But we ended up getting money out. And then basically there was this one... So everyone else had left, right? And it was just me and Bella left. It was just me and Bella waiting to like figure out what to do about a taxi. And then we were like, oh, we're just gonna have to hail down a car or whatever. All the cars had left, all the people had gone because obviously there was like people like lined up, whatever. The airport had closed. Basically it was coming up on this app as like a certain price, so we were like, okay, that should be like a standard price for how much it would be. And Bella goes over and asks him and he was like, so Bella was like, oh no, it's fine, like we'll leave it, because I still had hope that like someone was going to accept our thingy, because I didn't realise how rural and like whatever Puerto Princesa is. So then, he leaves, and then about 5 minutes later he comes back around and I said to Bella, I was like, right, let's go wait in like the taxi bit and just like wait for a taxi to show up basically. He knew where we stood and I think we were paying more than we should have anyway. And he was still like not budging. Anyway, so we were like, no, like stood our ground. And then he starts opening his boot and I was like, oh, he's folding, like he's gonna accept it. Because again, he was asking for like, he was asking for more than what the app was saying. And again, I don't know how relevant the app is because apparently they don't use them. But anyway, so yeah, we get in the car and then he goes, he was literally like, second question, he was like, are you lovers? Are you lovers? And I was like,
all the options.
I was like, God, we haven't had that before. And then he thought we were 18 and 19. So he thought we were teenage lesbians on some sort of romantic trip to Puerto Princesa. I was like, God, that's a new one. Like, we've never had that before. And yeah, it was literally like his second question was, are you guys lovers? And we were like, no. So yeah, that was the whole debacle with the taxi. Then we get to the hostel and the woman comes out straight away and we're like, oh perfect, she takes us to our room, whatever. We go in the shower, no body wash. We're like, oh.
The fact that you go in a shower is crazy. Guys, it is a glorified hose.
But it does the job, it does the job.
I think you're clean.
Yeah, it does the job. It could be so much worse. The place is, like, the actual room and everything is clean, but it's like, you can't really be expecting like luxury when the amount we've paid and where we are. So anyway, so yeah, the no body wash. We were like, oh, for God's sake, like we're gonna have to go out and find somewhere that does body wash. Oh, and then we go to leave and we can't lock the door. And it just ended up being like, me and Bella looking at each other like, we're not stupid, like we can actually figure out how to do it.
It
like,
literally felt like we were in an episode of like a game show, and it was like to win money.
Yeah.
And it was like, we would be able to figure out if £1 million was on the line, we'd be able to figure it out. So we just kept taking it in turns and it was getting sweatier by the second.
Yeah, because in here it's quite cool because the fan is always on full blast. You've probably heard it.
The fan, you're wet.
Yeah, as soon as you're away from the fan it's moist. So the second we step outside it starts getting hot and sweaty. We're trying to figure out this lock and it genuinely, I felt like I was going insane. So bearing in mind this lady checked us in about 5 minutes ago and she told us that there was like a little doorbell you can ring if you need like assistance, whatever. Bella went down to go and find her. She's disappeared. The only living thing that's down there is the dog. So we're like, right, okay, so the lady is nowhere to be found. We then try and find the number. It comes up with the number is not available, like you can't contact whatever. So we're like, right, we're gonna have to stand it and figure out how to lock this door. Anyway, Bella ends up figuring out how to do it and you don't even need the key.
I honestly think that probably took us at least 20 minutes.
Yeah, it did. And then, so this isn't even like the end of the story. Bearing in mind, we left our hotel in Singapore at 7:30 in the morning, and it was now like 8:30 at night. So we'd had a day, big old day, and we now have to go find body wash. So we Google Maps somewhere that's open, and there was
a convenience store.
It was classes on Google Maps. It was a convenience store. We go up to this convenience store that's like a 10-minute walk away, and it's a load of locals just having like a piss up in this like bar mini mart thing, and it was all like alcohol. There was no. So yeah, we keep walking, and all the shops, like the little like they're not even corner shops, just like convenience shops, were all closed and all like caged up. We'll find like a hotel or resort or something. Bearing in mind as well, where we're staying is so like, the only way I can describe it is rural. Like there's not really much going on. So we find this resort, which actually was quite nice. It had a pool, loads of nice lights. Anyway, we go in and we're like, go in the bathrooms or whatever. We ended up asking the woman at the front, we were like, oh, is there anywhere we can get soap? And then she was like, what did she say, the first woman?
She said go check in the restrooms near.
Oh yeah, go check in the restrooms near the pool. So we go to the pool, can't find the restrooms near the pool. So then we went to the bar and was like, hey, is there anywhere we can get soap? She was like, oh, let me go and check. And then she was like, oh, you have to go ask the office or something.
3 of them on the case at this point.
Yeah, there was 3 people trying to find soap. Anyways, we sat down thinking like, what the hell are we gonna do? And this woman comes out and she's like, oh, you were saying you need soap? And Bella was like, yeah. And then she was like, did she ask what room number?
She said, she was like, oh, like which room is it that you're in? And I was like, oh, 7.
7, room 7. Yeah, room 7, like, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, she comes back out with literally just the bottle of soap glass bottle of soap with dispenser from the bathroom. And she was like, oh, you can just use this to fill up the ones in your room. So me and Bella were like, right, we're gonna have to circle round and pretend that we've gone to the room. Anyway, we just had to put the bottle in my pocket and we just walked.
Get this in your pants now, we can dip.
Bulbous bottle of body wash in my pocket, and we just had to walk out, and the woman looked at us as we were leaving and we were just like, make a run for it. So yeah, we had to rob body wash. She was like,
oh, just return it here after you're done. I was like, oh, right, okay, so it's like tomorrow, we'll just come back and leave it at the desk.
But yeah, now we have body wash, so
a win is a win.
A win is a win. But yeah, I literally wasn't planning on vlogging this because I thought, oh, nothing will happen. Like, we're literally just in the arse crack of the Philippines. Like, there's really not much going on at all. But yeah, so today we just went and got food and a coffee, and yeah, it was really hot today. And then came back, chilled here for a bit, and then went for dinner. Fan makes it, Bella describes it as if you're hanging on the back of a plane. That's what it sounds like. But you know what, you get used to it, and the room and the place is really, it's really clean, beds are comfy, like, really can't complain. I love being back in Southeast Asia, I love the vibes, and to be honest, I do actually really like how it really puts you, it really challenges you sometimes. Bella wants me to tell you all about her ube puff. I have not been eating much because my stomach's just a bit, it's all a bit delicate. I had a chicken pesto like sandwich, and it genuinely made me so full. Oh, Bella got this ube puff. It's called a buko puff, and she got the one with ube in it. It was in a really nice, like, what do you call it, cafe kind of thing. It's really nice. It cost 80 pesos, which is like £1. I have nothing else to say because I didn't try it. But yeah, there's Bella's ube puff. We're now in Port Barton, which is lovely. We got here yesterday. Don't know where to put, no. I'll explain the lighting situation in a second. Basically, we got here yesterday and walked around pretty much everything there was to like walk around. Went to the beach and then we went, oh no, we went for lunch. Well, it wasn't lunch, it was a very, very late breakfast. Then we went for dinner in the evening. Anyway, last night, so Bella was outside on the phone to Ryan and I was like, okay, I'm gonna go sleep now. The aircon was on and every time I tried to go to sleep, there was just a new noise. So it wasn't the aircon, but it sounded like there was like running water. And then it kept sounding like someone was rustling in the room. So I'd wake up, well not wake up, but like I'd get up thinking, oh, Bella's back. No. Bella was nowhere to be seen. Then Bella comes back, whatever. But then in bed, and then Bella tries using the tap, and it's literally sounded like a monster was coming out of there. Like it sounded like someone was coming to attack her out of the tap.
So like someone was roaring at me through the toilet.
Literally, it was, and I was like, Bella, what's going on in there? Like, why all the noise? Anyway, and it wasn't, there was no water coming out, it was just air. Then we go to sleep. The aircon is like, but you know what, at least it was cool. Like, can't complain too bad. We had to, in Puerto Princesa, the fan in there was really loud as well. So, it was fine. And then there was the little lamp on. And Bella was trying to figure out how to turn it off. Anyway, then the power goes out. The charger stopped working, Wi-Fi stopped working, literally like everything stopped working, the aircon went off. There was like someone outside of our room and it came back on. And then, I don't even, what time did it go back off?
It must have been like past 12.
Yeah, so into the night, everything went off. Woke up this morning, everything.
No, I woke up in a sweat. I literally woke up early because I was like, God, I'm roasting in here.
Yeah, because there's no aircon anymore. Anyway, so then Bella goes to have a shower. No water. So we were like, okay, so there's no electricity, no power, and now no water. So we were like, right, it's okay, we'll just get ready and go for breakfast. Luckily, one of the little taps in there was producing water. I don't know why that tap was working, but the other ones weren't.
Like the leftovers from already in the pipes.
It must have been. Then, so we go to the beach today and we literally just sat on the beach and these, I thought they were like kids. Anyway, turns out they're actually, well no, not all of them, but the girl that came over to us was 17. Just like a big group of kids basically. But they all look pretty young. Anyway, we ended up just spending the day with them. A few of them, their English was actually really good and she kept saying that like, we're the first like actual English people she's spoken to. But I thought her English was so impressive considering she's never spoke to an English person.
I always feel so bad when they apologise, so I'm thinking, well, me trying to speak their language would be horrendous.
Yeah, I don't know any Tagalog, so I was like, you're doing better than us anyway. There must have been like 20 of them at one point. Like they had a kayak, so we went on their kayak as well. Yeah, it was really nice. And then actually one of them fancied Bella and then another one. It's so funny, like the random things that like, not that you have in common, but like we were talking about reading and one of them was like, oh, Wattpad, and I was like, oh yeah, Wattpad, and then one of them just went Mafia Boss. I was like, oh my god, she reads Mafia Boss Wattpad stories. I know, I was like, I didn't even know they did those in Tagalog, but apparently they do. They were all just really nice, and then one of them was actually saying she wants to be a nun, which is so interesting. They told us a load of like bad words in Tagalog. They also started pointing at one of their friends or cousins, or I couldn't tell who were friends and who were cousins, but they started pointing at one of them and just saying he looks like a pig.
Kevin.
Kevin! I think Kevin is like half Filipino or something.
Yeah, I think so too.
Because
But basically there was this one, so we told them that we were English, and they were like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, like Kevin, 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 and Kevin was like a bit further down the beach. We're thinking, Kevin?
Sorry, do you mind throwing me a towel?
Oh.
Thank you.
I look over and I see a bunch of Filipino kids and then one white passing man, and I was like, oh, that must be Kevin. Anyway, they get Kevin to come over, and then he speaks like, they said that he was English but then said he lived in Amsterdam.
Yeah, but now he lives in Palawan, so he might just be
Yeah, maybe. Then they asked to take a picture with us.
Oh.
And then the girl, what was her name? Deal? DL? Yeah, Deal. I don't even know if she has it because it was on Kevin's phone.
Oh, was it? Oh my god, it's on!
I could have shaved my legs. Oh, we just showered in the dark.
So nice.
Oh, it's a luxury that you forget about. Yay, aircon. And there was this, oh my god, there was this one little kid, and I've forgotten his name, but he kept on, we started making sand balls and we were throwing them at each other, and I started throwing them at Bella, and then this kid just made a beeline for Bella.
He was the cheekiest little kid.
He was a little cheeky kid.
I bet he was like 8.
Yeah.
And he literally looks at me like, he goes like this. He just like comes up to me and goes, and then I just slips his hand under my arms.
Oh, that's another thing, our friends on the beach, one of them went back home, came back with like a pot of soba, is that what it's called?
Yeah.
And yeah, let's try it. Okay, we're now painting. Bella's painting fish in the sea. Boom, boom, boom. We finished. Oh, strobe lights. It's gone dark now. Here's Bella's. Who's your favourite? We like, what are they actually called?
Oh, I don't know, light bulb something.
Light bulb fish. And Nemo.
Nemo got
Fucked up. Nemo got fucked up. And then I have done that one, but I can't be arsed doing anymore. Oh my god, it's so shiny. We're there and got a new sticker. Hot button on it. Oh, I don't know if I showed you in Singapore I got this one, because they've given out stickers to the kids. So I went back and was like, excuse me, are those stickers? May I have one? And then they only let me have one. But it's such a good sticker. Yay, new sticker check. Woo! That was shitting. If you could call it shit. Telling me. Hey guys, it's the next day, we're leaving, but basically our bus was, or van, whatever, said we have to be there an hour before, so I messaged them being like, an hour? What do we need to be at the bus time an hour before for? Because it was literally like not even 10-minute walk from our hostel. Anyway, we dropped our stuff off. On the way here there was like 6 of us in the back, and then the driver, and then with this there was definitely way more than 6 backpacks. How good your pants? Just went for tea at this place, and it was such a nice sunset, like so nice. Basically Bella's foot has swollen, so she can't walk anywhere. So this is quite close to our hostel, but main like, oh, have I even said we're in El Nido? Main like El Nido is kind of like 20-minute walk, so I thought she can't hack that today. Oh my goodness, we're in Coron, and I need to figure out how long we've been in the Philippines, and like how many of those days that me and Bella have either one of us has been ill. Basically, cut a long story short, I have not vlogged anything because we've both been ill. So I wasn't feeling the best in Puerto Princesa because I was getting over whatever happened with that curry ramen in Singapore. It was a bit sensitive still, like, but I felt fine, so whatever. We're still kind of getting over that. And then we were in Port Barton, which was so nice. I'm so glad we had like, I think we had like 2 days in Port Barton before then Bella got sick. Loved Port Barton so much, it was so nice. Yeah, and then Bella got sick. Then we went to El Nido and Bella was sick for literally like a week. We ended up staying in El Nido for, I think it was 2 more days. Then we were gonna skip Coron, but basically because we hadn't booked our flight yet from El Nido to Cebu because she was ill, because like when I saw the size of her foot, I genuinely thought that we were going to be going to the hospital at some point, because I was like, that's really not normal. I don't think it's normal to be this sick for like a week. So yeah, we didn't book our flight out of there, so to go straight to Cebu from El Nido was so expensive. So we just were like, well, if we go to Coron for a few days and then fly out of Coron, the flights are actually like significantly cheaper. Bella found these yurts to stay in. Honestly, I wish I could give you like, you know, I could give you the full thingy, but I just, whatever. Literally the comfiest bed ever. Breakfast every morning, even though this morning I didn't eat it, because that brings me on to my next point of we've been in Coron for is this the 3rd day? The day that we got here from El Nido, bearing in mind shortest flight of our lives, we were literally in the air for maybe like 20 minutes. I've been getting these like really weird like stomach cramps, and I thought it was my period because I've been due on my period. And yeah, we get here and I'm like, oh Bella, like my stomach feels so funny, like it feels like cramps, but like whatever. Anyway, we went and got some food because we hadn't eaten all day. Come back, because I said to Bella, I was like, I just need to be horizontal, like I really don't feel great. After like an hour of like just not even napping, I was just there like lay still. I said to Bella, I was like, please can I was like, can I have an anti-nausea tablet, because in El Nido we got anti-nausea and Imodium. I took this anti-nausea tablet and I'm not joking, within like not even 2-3 minutes I had to go to the toilet and I like not even, yeah, I just threw up everywhere. So yeah, threw up, and then I said to Bella, I was like, oh, you're gonna have to go on without me, like just go for tea or whatever without me. So yeah, I felt pretty, to be fair, I felt pretty bad like that night, but I was like, at least I'm in a comfy bed, I've not got a fever, I've not got a headache. It literally was just throw up, but I was like, that's so weird because I can't pinpoint anything that would have made me feel ill that I'd had like the day before. And then yesterday was absolutely fine. We went to the gym. Oh my god, I went to the gym and it only had fans, and that is the hottest, sweatiest I think I've ever been. I was dripping from literally every crevice, every crack. I was dripping in sweat. I was so hot. I went on the Stairmaster for like 10 minutes and that was genuinely the hardest thing I've ever had to do. But I had no stomach cramps, I didn't feel ill at all. I literally felt so good. I had full appetite, like felt great. We went like got a smoothie bowl, again like one of the best smoothie bowls I think I've ever had. We get into bed later on and I'm like, I've got these fucking cramps again, and I was like, it must be my period this time. I was like, it can't be like something else. I was like, it has to be my period. Anyway, I couldn't fall asleep till like 3 AM because I was having such bad stomach cramps and they were so low in my stomach that I was like, it's got to be my period. Anyway, I ended up waking up at like 5:30 and go to the bathroom, whatever, and I'm literally just stood over the sink just being like, just be sick, just be sick, just be sick. Like I'd accepted my fate that it was gonna happen. I was like, just be sick. Anyway, was sick. Then it started becoming like dry heaving. Run back in here, grab my water, start like drinking loads of that, so that because I was still gagging, so I needed something to come up. Back to the bathroom,
I went to shut the door, so obviously that Bella couldn't hear me. And bear in mind, she didn't wake up to me yakking at like literally 6 in the morning. And I went to close the door, was sick all down the door. I was like, you know what, at least I've been sick, like whatever. I'm just glad it's out of me now, because I always feel so much better once it's come out. I've discovered, seeing as I've been sick 3 times on this trip, and I've been sick 3 times in the past like month, and not even month, probably like 3 weeks. I've been sick 3 times, like thrown up sick. That is not, I think in my lifetime I've been sick, like I could count it on my hands how many times I've actually thrown up. So I don't know what's going on this time around, but yeah, and again, I'm not a sicky person. I don't really get sick that often. This morning I told her, like, obviously I've been sick, and then I'd started my period, so I was like, okay, so it was my period. She also started her period, but I was like, so it was my period, and yeah, the being sick just probably made the cramps, like, I don't know whether the cramps were actually from my period or if being ill just like made them worse. I actually have no idea, but yeah. I actually have no appetite for anything. All the meal, I was thinking of all the things that like I could eat, and I was like, it just makes me feel ill. And I need to have like plain stuff. Do you know how difficult it is to find plain, like just plain food here, like everywhere, even like the convenience shops? It's like I could get a pot noodle, but I'm pretty sure they don't do like plain ones. It's like cheese or chicken or like even like the one with no flavor is just spicy. And she's just gone out to get something to eat because we're gonna do a sunset walk, and yeah, then I'm gonna decide what to have, because we're flying tomorrow. I'm like, I'm gonna have to carry that backpack. So I need some energy. I can't just not eat anything, so I'm gonna have to have something. But I can already feel myself becoming skin and bone, because I just feel like any day I haven't eaten like a normal amount of food. Even the days where I have had an appetite, my appetite's been so much smaller because of how hot it is. Like having to go to hospital, I can still walk, I can still get myself around, like it's fine. Like in the grand scheme of things, it's not that big of an issue. But have I got sick on my slipper? Oh my god, the sick on my slipper. Yeah, we fly to Cebu tomorrow, and Bella's getting her hair done. So I have found a place in Bangkok that does like a full-on curly cut for 20 quid. But today I just spent all day sleeping because I had maybe 4 hours sleep, 3-4 hours sleep last night, and I just felt exhausted. So yeah, just went back to sleep. You know what I will say, I feel like me and Bella handle being ill pretty well. I feel like we still stay in pretty good spirits. Even Bella was taken out for like a week, and she's still like, not she was fine, because obviously she wasn't fine, but like I feel like we try not to dwell too much on the fact that like literally not doing solid shit, so like can't keep a meal down. So yeah, maybe I'll bring you along to our sunset walk. I definitely should have eaten. It's not good. We made it. I mean, it's not, oh no, it is still really nice, but yeah, Bella's over there somewhere. But I think I actually did pretty well considering I haven't eaten all day. It actually didn't take as long as I thought it was going to. I thought it was going to take a lot longer than that, but yeah. But I'm just glad that I left the yurt today.